right. So national security there in focus, or world security in focus, as Russia continues its assault on Ukraine. And of course, China entering into an agreement with them, a prelude to an attack. Those are some strong words. And those are the words that our next guest wrote in a New York Post article regarding the Chinese Communist Party's spy balloon traversing across our entire country before the United States finally shot it down.
And that guest is my old friend and the author of The Coming Collapse of China and the Great U.S.-China Tech War, Gordon Chang. Good morning, Gordon. Thanks for being on the show. It's great to see you again.
Good morning, Michael and Lydia. Thank you.
Yeah, is the CCP really preparing for an invasion, in your opinion?
They certainly are. We know that, for instance, Xi Jinping talks about war all the time. At the Communist Party's 20th National Congress in October, he appointed what is called its war cabinet. But we also know it's more than just words. He is engaged in the fastest military buildup since the Second World War. He's trying to sanctions-proof the regime, and he is mobilizing China's civilians for war. And as we just learned, he's sending spy balloons around the world, including one over the United States.
Gordon Chang, we know that in China, you're not allowed to buy up plots of land. Yet here, we're allowing them to do all of that and so much more. And then, of course, they're upset that the balloon was shot down. That balloon, it flew over multiple U.S. military sites. I remember kind of watching its track, and then it finally got shot down over North Carolina, where, of course, there are military bases. Gordon, what kind of information do you fear was gathered? The president says it's kind of like a non-issue and there's no evidence linking China to the balloon. What are you hearing?
Well, of course, when you're a balloon at 60,000 feet, you see a lot more than you do in near-Earth orbit with a satellite. But there's something that the balloon found out that no satellite could ever come close to, and that is China saw the reactions of not only the national security establishment, the Secretary of Defense, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, they saw what whole commands do, like NORAD, and they saw the decision-making by specific generals. So this is invaluable in terms of if you're planning an attack. And Lydia, by the way, we know that they went over not just military sites, but it went over our nuclear sites.
Right.
Maelstrom, F.E. Warren, Offutt, Minot, Whiteman. These are critical to America's nuclear deterrent, two legs of the triad. So clearly they saw a lot.
You know, on that, let's just take a listen very quickly to the EU President, Ursula von der Leyen, what she had to say about Russia and China in 30 seconds after this.
China has taken side very clearly. It has signed the unlimited friendship agreement with Russia. So it has taken a specific position. We should keep that in mind. China is not neutral towards the whole process. As we are not neutral, we are backing, of course, Ukraine.
Your reaction?
Well, you know, Secretary of State Antony Blinken just met with his counterpart, Wang Yi, and said that China might be supplying lethal aid. Well, China's already been supplying lethal aid, and it's time enough for the warnings. It's now time to impose costs on China, because from the very beginning of this war, Beijing has been backing Russia to the hilt.
Great points.
Gordon Chang, thank you so much, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon. Thank you.